Welcome to Info Caretaker. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most controversial and rapidly evolving technologies of our time: deepfakes. You've probably seen them. Videos that appear to show real people saying or doing things they never actually said or did. But how do they work? How dangerous are they? And what are governments, companies, and individuals doing to fight back? Let's uncover the truth about deepfake technology and why you should be paying very close attention. The term deepfake comes from a combination of deep learning and fake. Deep learning is a type of artificial intelligence that uses neural networks to mimic human behavior, in this case, generating images, audio, or videos that are eerily realistic. The result? A computer-generated video or audio clip where someone appears to say or do something they never actually did. The tech is now so advanced that it can replicate facial expressions, voice tone, mannerisms, and even eye movements with stunning accuracy. At the core of most deepfakes is a type of AI called a generative adversarial network, or GAN. This involves two neural networks, one that creates the fake content and another that judges how convincing it is. The two systems essentially battle it out. The generator improves its fakes, while the discriminator learns to spot flaws. This back and forth leads to increasingly realistic results. What's truly alarming is how accessible deepfake tools have become. Just a few years ago, it took a team of engineers and days of processing power to create one. Now, with free software and a decent graphics card, anyone with a laptop can make a convincing fake in hours. At first, deepfakes were mostly seen as novelty entertainment, inserting Nicolas Cage into random movies or syncing a celebrity's face onto a viral dance clip. It was funny, harmless, but that didn't last long. As the technology evolved, so did the risks. Deepfakes quickly moved beyond meme culture and started to infiltrate darker corners of the internet. One of the first widespread and disturbing uses? Non-consensual pornography, where people, often women, were placed in fake adult content without their knowledge or permission. But perhaps the most frightening application of deepfakes is in the political sphere. Imagine a video appearing the day before an election, showing a presidential candidate admitting to a crime, or making a racist, inflammatory comment. Even if it's proven fake hours later, the damage could be irreversible. People's perceptions are hard to change once they've seen something with their own eyes, no matter how fake it is. In fact, the FBI has already classified deepfakes as a major national security threat, warning that the technology could be used for election interference, spreading misinformation, or even impersonating officials in sensitive communications. It's not just politics. Deepfake technology is now being used in financial crimes and cyber attacks. In one jaw-dropping case, criminals used AI-generated audio to impersonate the voice of a CEO and tricked a bank manager into transferring $243,000 to a fake account. That wasn't science fiction. That happened in 2019. Since then, the tools have only improved. We're now seeing voice cloning attacks, where scammers call victims pretending to be a loved one or a boss, demanding urgent action. The voice? Completely synthesized by AI and almost indistinguishable from the real person. Experts fear this is just the beginning. With deepfakes, fraud, and identity theft are entering a whole new dimension where even visual evidence can no longer be trusted. Major tech firms are aware of the threat. Google, Microsoft, Meta, and OpenAI have all taken steps to fight deepfakes. They're developing detection tools that can identify when a video or image has been manipulated using AI. There's also a push toward digital watermarking, subtle, embedded signatures in media files that can prove whether they're authentic. Projects like Content Credentials, backed by Adobe and others, aim to bring transparency to digital content and flag manipulated media. However, this is a game of cat and mouse. For every new detection tool, AI generators get smarter, more subtle, more convincing. Tech leaders aren't staying quiet about this. Elon Musk, a vocal figure in AI discourse, warned in 2023, AI is one of the biggest threats to humanity. In fact, it's more dangerous than nukes. While he wasn't speaking about deepfakes specifically, the message applies. As the technology spreads without clear regulation or oversight, the societal consequences could be massive. The danger isn't just what people can do with deepfakes, it's also what they can deny. In a world where anyone can fake a video, it becomes easier for public figures to dismiss real footage as fake news. This phenomenon is known as the liar's dividend, and it's already happening. Trust, once lost, is nearly impossible to regain. But deepfakes are just one piece of a larger puzzle, what experts now call synthetic media. This includes AI-generated text, voices, images, and even virtual influencers who don't exist in real life. Entire social media personas are being built using deepfake tools, interacting with audiences, and making money, all without a human behind the camera. We're moving into a future where the lines between real and fake blur completely. News, entertainment, education, all of it is being reshaped by synthetic media. And while there are positive uses, like bringing historical figures to life for documentaries or helping stroke victims regain their voice, the risks are growing faster than the safeguards. One of the biggest issues with deepfakes isn't just the technology, it's the lack of regulation. Laws haven't kept up. In most countries, creating or sharing a deepfake isn't illegal unless it violates privacy, copyrights, or is used explicitly for criminal activity. This leaves a huge legal gray area. Who's responsible when a deepfake ruins someone's reputation? What happens when AI-generated content incites violence or sparks a geopolitical crisis? These are questions we don't yet have answers to. And it's not just about laws, it's about ethics. Should companies be allowed to generate lifelike versions of dead celebrities to sell products? Should AI be used to recreate a person's likeness without their consent? As synthetic media becomes more prevalent, society will need to rethink the very definition of authenticity and consent. So what can we do to protect ourselves and others? First, awareness is key. Know that what you see online, even if it looks 100% real, might be fake. Second, support legislation that promotes transparency and ethical AI development. Third, demand accountability from tech companies that develop and distribute these tools. Tech isn't inherently good or bad, it's how we use it. Deepfakes, like many technologies, hold incredible potential. But without the right controls, they could undermine truth itself. Looking ahead, experts believe deepfake detection will become a crucial skill, not just for journalists and fact-checkers, but for everyday people. We may soon live in a world where seeing is believing no longer applies. Instead, we'll need to verify, question, and stay vigilant. AI is advancing at lightning speed, and deepfakes are just one aspect of a much larger shift. The tools that can deceive can also inform, educate, and empower. But it's up to us to draw the lines. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated on how AI is shaping our world, for better and for worse. What do you think? Are deepfakes a threat to democracy and truth tool that we'll eventually learn to live with? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching Info Caretaker, where the future comes into focus.